All right, we got another rye whiskey today. 'Tis the season, you know, it gets a little bit cold out. It's nice to have a good rye whiskey with you. Today, we are reviewing the Sagamore Spirit. This is their new bottled and bond rye whiskey. Really excited to try this one. Let's check it out today on the Mash and Drum. What's up everyone, my name is Jason C. Welcome to the Mash and Drum Whiskey Room. Today we are reviewing the latest release from Sagamore Spirit. In my opinion, probably one of the most overlooked rye whiskey brands on the market. It's their new bottled and bond straight rye whiskey. Why is this one so important? Well, it's their first expression grown, distilled, aged, and bottled in Maryland. Take a quick look. So this is not only Sagamore Spirit's first ever bottle and bond, but it's also their first whiskey made entirely at its Baltimore distillery and barrel aged for 4 years at its nearby rickhouse. Now, this is a big milestone for the brand. Well, I mean, for any brand really, when you think about going from sourcing to creating everything on your own, which is always a cool thing. Sagamore Spirit, in essence, was revived almost 10 years ago to revive Maryland's century-old history for distilling and creating some of the world's best rye whiskeys. So the new Sagamore Spirit Bottled and Bond blends two straight rye whiskeys, one with a high-rye mash bill, one with a low-rye mash bill, a blend that has pretty much defined all of their releases since 2016. This particular profile is believed to be the true Maryland style of rye, first made in colonial times, with a final profile that showcases flavors of rye spice, caramel, fruit, and floral notes. So the whole range of rye flavors. Doesn't that sound good, Grinch? Sound good? He doesn't believe me, this guy. Sagamore Spirit Bottled and Bond is at least 4 years old, bottled at 100 proof, and is available across the country for a suggested retail price of $60 where Sagamore is sold. All right, so the reason why I say Sagamore is one of the more underrated, brands, especially when it comes to rye whiskey, their Double Oak just won 4th place in my top 10 for 2021 against some pretty steep competition. I mean, it beat out Boss Hog. I mean, it beat out some pretty good competition. Some of their finishes, they have a cognac, a port finish that's incredible. They make incredible stuff. If none of you guys have checked out Sagamore, you definitely need to. Within another few years, Sagamore Spirit's rye whiskeys will almost be entirely made with Maryland-grown grains. The brand is partnering with local farmers and growing its own rye and corn right there on Sagamore Farm, which I've been to, and it's friggin' beautiful. So let's try the whiskey. Here we go. Man, up front on the nose, you get a lot of rye spice. A little bit of star anise, so you get a little bit of that fresh, almost licorice-y type of nose. But there's a nice citrus characteristic there. It's very Christmassy. It's kind of fitting. Let me whip some more air into this. Oh, so now as it's opening up, man, that just made a world of difference because now I'm getting a lot of the sweetness now. So again, that blend of low-rye and high-rye. But this is a little bit more on the rye side. So, I mean, very curious I have to try this against the Pursuit United we just tried from the guys over at Bourbon Pursuit Podcast, Ryan and Kenny. But it's has a similar type of thing going on in the nose. You got some sweet, you got some spice. I'm almost getting like there's like this honey tea note going on in here, but not like hot tea. Almost like an iced tea. Like there's a little bit more sugary sweetness in it. I'm actually picking up some like lemon bar now. This thing's really opening up nicely. Yeah, this has a really nice balance in the nose so far. Let's try it, here we go. Wow, that lemon really came through on the palate for me. Yep, lemon, tea, honey, good rye spice. This is way more rye forward than that Pursuit United was when I was trying to, do a comparison. This one has a little bit more rye going on. Again, a little bit more of the spices. It's more floral, a little bit more herbal. Yeah, there is a very rich floral component to this rye. I'm not really great with flowers, so I couldn't really like pick out a flower to tell you. I'll be honest. I mean, I just know floral. Like when you walk in, you know, a garden, you smell a lot of flowers. It has that kind of component to it. If you're used to, you know, floral rye whiskeys. Man, that lemon tea with honey is just all over this to me. Little bit of caramel, some sweetness in it, nice peppery spice on the back end. It lingers, just like you want a good rye whiskey to. Man, drink's nice for a 100 proofer. Man, if I just put this whiskey on a diagram and like sweet was on one side and spicy was all the way on the other, it wouldn't be in the middle. I think it would be just below the middle. So it still has a little bit of sweet, but it just leans a little bit more towards spice, I think, for me. Yeah, this is nice. If you guys like a more herbal rye, a little bit more on the citrus side, lemon, honey. I'm serious. I'm getting like this iced tea note. It's not exactly like a hot tea or a black tea. It's almost like a honey iced tea thing going on. It really makes it nice. And then the finish kind of hits you right on the very end. It kind of goes away quick, and then all of a sudden it comes back, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh, there's like a nice pepperiness going on. So this is a great thumbs up for me. I'm digging this rye. This will be one that I will go through fast, not only to drink it neat, but I think this will probably be a fantastic cocktail rye. But before you go, we have a quick bonus review. This is the special release 8-year-old that they released in Maryland. This is aged for 8 years, new charred oak barrels. This is all MGP, but a nice 8-year rye. I believe this was just released in Maryland. I'm not sure if this got out of Maryland, but if it did, let's taste. I was in Maryland, so I grabbed one. Here we go. All right, well, this rye is like on a whole nother level. I mean, this is good, but this, I'm getting flavors in the nose on rye that you wouldn't typically get unless it's a really nice aged rye, like chocolate. A little bit of cherry on this too. Definitely get your black pepper here. The citrus is there, but really that chocolate note's really coming through for me. All right, let's try it. Oh yeah, oh yeah. So this comes in at 114.9 proof. Wow. I mean, to get an 8-year MGP rye, I mean, there are a few, you know, producers and bottlers that are getting some of these nice aged MGP ryes, but this one just kind of on its own, this is really nice. This to me is more of a bourbon drinker's rye whiskey, whereas this is a rye drinker's rye whiskey. This 8-year, chocolate, little hint of black cherry, I think, and then kind of rounds out with some nice oak, black peppercorn, a little bit of that herbal qualities there, but it drinks sweet, it drinks easy for a rye whiskey. That's delicious. But thumbs up on both of these. If you're lived in Maryland and got a chance to pick up one of these, this is fantastic. It's an interesting transition to see, you know, from the MGP to, you know, all of Sagamore's own distillate being bottled in here and where it's going. I think they're on the right track again. If you guys haven't tried anything from Sagamore, please do. Their cask strength, their port finish, cognac finish, they're double oaked. Their double oaked got 4th this year in my 2021 blind tasting out of my top 10 ryes of the year. Go check them out. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed this review for the new Sagamore Spirit Bottled in Bond. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, hit the subscribe button below. Please hit the like button. If you haven't yet, follow me on Instagram, follow me on Twitter. Let me know if you've had this yet, what you think of it, or if you've gotten this 8-year, and see what you think of that one. And as I always say, it's not about the whiskey, it's the people you share it with. We're getting closer to Christmas, guys. See you back here real soon on the Master Drum. Take care, everybody.